There's a lot of complexity that goes to being successful on a project like Jackknife, and it takes everybody, again, communicating, coordinating, and working together and just figuring out how to get it done.
As I come out to these projects and I'm walking these, you get that kind of picture in your head of what this could look like, what it might look like right after harvest, what it could look like 100 years down the road.
Good Neighbor Authority is a law that was passed by Congress that allows the state of Montana to administer contracts on the national forest, and it increases our capacity to do more management.
The GNA program provides a very different approach than what's really ever been done in the state. It allows the state to work with the Forest Service to plan and implement forest restoration projects and a whole host of other resource improvement land management projects on federal land. Allows us to do that cost effectively through really good contracts that a lot of contractors are familiar with, who do forestry work, logging included.
It's a partnership, so it begins with communication with our partners, the state of Montana, and just identifying projects that are a good fit for them and a good fit for us. We have to have a project that's going to create revenue. So when they come out and say they do timber harvest on the national forest and that wood fiber is then sold, the money that's recouped from that wood going to the mill, it can be put into a restoration fund, because then we can take that funding that's created from those projects and reinvest that out on the ground.
Well, Weyerhaeuser, with our manufacturing operations here in Montana, we need to source logs from the landscape, whether that's privately owned or federally or state owned. And so we purchase wood from those landscapes, and that landscape with the Forest Service, GNA kind of rolls in to step in and help with the Forest Service get projects out and get wood onto the market.
So the one unique thing about this specific project was that fire mitigation. So this stand looked very different pre-harvest. There was a lot of lodgepole, the crown canopy was a lot tighter. There was a lot of small diameter trees out here. That was kind of a wall of trees. So if a fire got established in there, it could take a very large run, fast run, hard to suppress. This specific operation was a cut-to-length operation, which is a little bit more unique out here.
What a cut-to-length does is it comes in, it's got a head that either lays down or it stands up. So when it stands up, you go in and you cut the tree off, and then why they call it a cut-to-length is because it runs the tree through. It's got a computer in the cab, and you push a button, say you want a 20-foot log, so you get a 20-foot, you push the 20-foot button, it goes out and stops at that 20-foot, and you cut it off.
Looking at the contractor who was awarded Stoken Logging, Pat Stoken, third-generation logger, three generations of his family working on this project. So he's been doing forestry work for 40 to 50 years. His son has the cut-to-length side that did a lot of this work in this area, and his son Corey. And then Corey's son now operates one of the other pieces of machinery. And these people are local people that have lived in this area for at least 4, if not 5 generations. And so they have a vested interest in wanting to see these forests healthy for the future, not only for the public, but they'd also like to be back here contracting again someday, or their heirs.
Pat Stoken's been in the woods for 50-something years. He's just amazing. He knows the contracts, he knows the specs, he knows what people want before it's marked. And so he can, him and his crew can operate or select and really just do a good job, and it saves a pile of time and money.
This GNA Jackknife project was a great opportunity for us to collaborate and work as partners and develop these long-term working relationships based on trust.
It's a big benefit what we've done for the ground to clean it up. I mean, to space the trees out, less fire danger, better for the ground. And there's a lot of people that live around up there for fire danger, so, and the people that live up there are really, really happy with what we're doing.
What I get out of doing this work is knowing and understanding that the forest condition that I'm leaving behind, it's leaving a legacy impact.
I think what's at the core of the success of GNA is the passion that people have for the land, and in this case, the forest. And I think that there is this ubiquitous among all of us a desire to improve our environment through active and responsible forest management. I think that passion and that commitment to doing it is what all these people brought to the table and made it a success.